second date update, and we're here to help him out. Hi, Vic. How are you?
Good. Hey, guys. It's really nice to talk to you. How's everything?
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the story with Janine?
Well, all right. Well, I listen to your show all the time, and to be honest, it is a little, I don't know, awkward and uncomfortable for me to listen to your show. So I can't really believe I'm making this phone call.
Yeah, do listening to second date updates, do they make you squirm a little bit as you imagine yourself in that position?
No, yeah, well, they do make me squirm, but it's always like, those things you watch on the news where you never really think it's going to happen to you or your neighborhood, and never think it's going to happen to me, of course, but it did. And so I figured I was hoping you guys can give me a help. I know she's a huge fan of yours as well, so if perhaps you can call her. Maybe she'll take your call because she's certainly not taking any from me.
I love that, we are a topic of conversation on people's dates sometimes. So we hear this every once in a while. I know they're a fan, or we talked about second date update, or she threatened to call you if I didn't call her back. I think we've had that happen before.
It also helps when they are fans. They're more likely to take the call.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes there are quite some happy endings, and sometimes there are less than happy endings. So I'm hoping it's the former in my case.
Okay. So what's the story there?
Well, so we met online, as people do these days, and we went golfing, actually, which is amazing because we're both into sports. We both loved general outdoor activities, and we're both avid golfers. And it's cool because we decided, hey, let's go to a local course. And then apparently it turns out, of course, it was one of her favorites. And I'd never been, so we thought it'd be an amazing experience to have that as a cool first day. She can kind of show me the ropes and play around. And the day was going amazing. It was a beautiful day. Blue skies, 3-4 hours outside. We both have a pretty good handicap, so no balls going crazy, flying in weird directions.
You're not digging in the weeds looking for your lost ball.
Yeah, well, that might be a separate date. But we it was really it was a weekday, so the range was the course was quiet, and we had a lot of time to talk. And honestly, I could have sworn there were bluebirds chirping or something because the date seemed pretty perfect to me, and we had a really, really nice time.
I like golf as a date, and this is what I mean. You are outside. There are no distractions. There aren't other people around. There aren't. You're not in like a sports bar where there's TVs everywhere. You're not at dinner where you're constantly being interrupted by your server.
Yeah, the distractions are less.
Gone. You are just outside. It's you, your clubs, your balls,
and beer.
and each other.
Let's not forget the beer.
But it could go really long. It feels to me like it might be too long of a date.
Well, that's the thing. It's 3 to 4 hours, depending upon how long you play. And so you are kind of really forced to have conversation, and I think you could really get to know somebody. That's why so many men do business meetings on the course.
Right.
Yep. You can't escape.
Maybe I'm more of a miniature golf dater.
You're a miniature golfer.
It feels like
they accomplish the same goal quicker.
Yes,
Probably.
It feels long.
Yeah. So she's pretty good golfer. She got a nice swing.
Yeah. I don't know if that was euphemistic, but she certainly does have a nice swing, and everything was nice about her. She was great, and the 3-4 hours just flew by. Honestly, I mean, we are both golfers, so we knew what we were getting ourselves into.
Mm-hmm.
We had met online, we've spoken, so we weren't. None of that seemed like a big deal at all. Like you said, we had a couple of beers, and some people watching. Some people. It's always fun to kind of make fun of others. So you can kind of bond over that and bond over nice shots and things like that. So it was great. And when it was over, I put her clubs in her trunk, and she hugged me and thanked me for a really nice afternoon. And I said, I'd love to talk to her soon. And she said, sounds great. And that was that. So the last time I've spoken to her, I've called and texted and no response. And I really don't get it, honestly. I just racking my brain. I can't figure it out.
I found that when I was dating, especially on a first date that was going really well and I was really connecting with this person, I almost always had like a next date kind of formulating in my head.
What you wanted to do with them next.
Yeah, like based on what we talked about, this is what we need to do. You know, we should do next. Let's plan. Let's put something on the books. And I would try to kind of pin him down before the end of the, rather than just saying, hey, that was a great afternoon. I'd love to talk to you later. Like, I think especially men need to be more proactive about putting something on the books, because if she's not interested, she's more likely to give you an obvious blow off and say, well, I don't know. I got a lot going on.
Right.
Let me check my schedule.
And then you were really good at dating.
It was so much fun. I loved it.
Yeah. See, I wonder what percentage of people are like you and feel like dating is fun.
I don't know. I guess that's how you approach it.
Don't you feel like most people say, I hate dating? Or dating hates me.
Dating is hard.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a bad
yeah.
experience, I guess, like if you go on a date with someone that you're just not connecting or vibing with, or you're uncomfortable, then I could see how that would sour.
Well, you enjoy, it was fun for you because the vast majority of women were just smitten with you.
Now you're making fun.
Now they,
she's mocking me.
No, it's because you're such a good bleep talker.
Charm.
Yes, exactly.
So charming, always said the right thing, always showed, always asked a lot of questions.
The whole eye thing that you do.
Yes, the eye, the lean in and looking into their eye thing that you do.
I feel like sometimes people think that you're overly charming because you are, but it's also because you just are so engaged in listening to them.
I'm genuinely interested.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, you think about it. He's gotten 3 different women to marry.
Right.
3.
For long periods of time.
There's a lot of men that never get any. He got 3.
That's one way to spin it. All right, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call Janine and we'll just kind of get a sense of where her head is at and if there's any chance of these two reconnecting. A second date update continues next with Jeff and Jen. The story of Vic and Janine on Q1. Would not be any good on the golf course because I obviously don't play golf, so this wouldn't work. But if you've got 2 people who both love golf and are relatively decent players and they want to spend 3 or 4 hours out on the course getting to know each other, this is like the perfect first date.
Oh, yeah.
And Vic really felt that it was. It could not have been a nicer day. He kind of joked about hearing the bluebirds singing, like he's smitten with this woman and she's got a pretty good swing and it can't get any better. Great chemistry. And
life is good.
Life is good.
This
and
might
then
go somewhere.
he sort of said, I'd love to reconnect with you later. And she seemed open to that, but they didn't really have any tentative or firm plans from that point. And now she's ghosted him. So Vic would like to know, I guess, why, if that is in fact the case, and if there's any hope of these two getting together again. Any pertinent details you want to add, or maybe that I left out that you think is important before we call her, Vic?
Not really. I'm just confused more than anything else. And whatever mistake I may or may not have made, hopefully, or we can figure this out and then get on a second date. So, yeah.
All right. Let's call her up.
Hello?
Hi, is this Janine?
Yes.
It's Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you?
No way.
We're all
my God,
here.
I love you guys. So wait, this is so cool.
Well, thank you for being a fan and for listening to the show. Vic told us you listen.
Oh my God. Is this a second date update?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay, crap. Oh no.
No, it's okay. You're not in any trouble. He had such a great time with you. He wanted to follow up, and I love that he's willing to kind of put himself on the line, because he did talk about how sometimes, difficult second date update can be, as a man, how difficult second date update can be to listen to. So the fact that he's willing to come on second date update to follow up with you, I think is kind of sweet, no?
I mean, do you feel like it's hard to watch or listen to as a woman? I mean, I can understand, why.
No, it's not. I love second date update, but I just never thought I'd actually be on it. And this is not how I pictured it, because, oh gosh, this is not going to work.
No?
No, he's an angry golfer, like real angry.
I know angry golfers.
Yeah, he gets mad when he hits like a really bad shot, which he honestly does quite a bit. He swears, he tosses his clubs, he slams them, you know, when he puts it back in his bag.
Oh,
he
he
just
does
has
that.
like these little fits, you
Yes.
know, in between. It's just so weird. And then he's fine. And then he recovers from his outburst, like, you know, pretty quickly. And then he's acting normal. And then it's just like back to his like poor sportsmanship. I don't know. I'm not into it.
Wow, I didn't even pick up that at all from him.
Yeah.
Laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sports brings it out of people,
Especially
man.
golf.
Yeah,
Really?
and if
Especially
they're
golf.
competitive, it is like game on.
When I was growing up, I
Yeah.
played it.
No, I didn't even see it coming.
Yeah.
Really didn't, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I know there's a solution, like, oh, just don't golf with him or whatever. But I don't know. I have friends who don't golf with their husbands and they're fine with it. But like, it's an activity I actually want to do with my partner. So yeah, it's just not a good match here, unfortunately.
It sounds like golf is a really quick way for you to weed out potential partners. I think all of your first
Right.
dates maybe should be golf dates, but maybe only play 9 holes. Yeah, I grew up on the golf course and on the tennis courts. I mean, it was like a daily activity in my life. So when I started dating in high school, that's something that we would do, you know? That's all we had to do. There weren't a ton of activities, other options of things for us to do when we're spending time together. And yeah.
We hung out at the mall.
We didn't have them all. We had the JCPenney parking lot, and that was only on weekend nights. So, yeah, I mean, I know those types of frustrated golfers. Yeah, they just kind of disgustingly toss their putter.
Wow.
Take it and take their driver and just slam it into the bag on the back of the cart.
Well, let's give Vic a chance to respond because Janine is a listener. I'm sure you know that he's on the line. He's heard everything you had to say. Vic,
Totally.
you still with us?
Hey.
Vic.
Has anybody ever called you out for that before?
No, first of all, let me make a couple of corrections, okay? One, talking to your golf clubs is totally normal. I mean, that's fine, okay? So that's not a ding. There were not quite a lot of bad shots. I was just having slightly an off day, but I wouldn't say I was an angry golfer. I feel like you missed a few steps there. I said more of a mildly, slightly frustrated golfer, but it's not bad sportsmanship, I would say. I'm a very competitive person in general. That's just my nature. I just like to win things or gamify things regardless. And it wasn't like I was trying to beat her and I'm saying like, oh, being a sore loser or being a sore winner. It was just my immediate reaction of my competitive nature. But I'm not an angry golfer.
I don't know. You seem pretty angry, dude. Like, I don't know. It was a little embarrassing. Like, people were staring at us.
Maybe they're just staring at you and how pretty you are.
Oh,
nice. Dude, that was
that
good.
sounded like Jeff Thomas.
There
That
you
was
go.
good. That was good.
Golf, there's some stories how the one sport that can really break men is golf. You know,
Yeah.
Could
It's
you
one of
like,
those things
would you
where,
consider like never golfing together, but still going out on a date?
Well, she already said that she doesn't want to do
I know,
that.
but like, I'm just saying, like, is there any way? Because like, you know how you have your thing that you like and he has his, like, Scott and I are like that. Is
But
there
it's like-
any
but you
way
know,
that you wouldn't do it? Because he
To be
sounds
honest,
nice.
So it's like, yeah, I want to be golfing with my partner, but also like that type of energy and like attitude when you're playing sports comes out in other ways. Like it comes out even when you're playing video games or like when you're, you know, playing with the kids or whatever. Like I just don't, it's too much. Like I'm not into it. I'm really not into it. And it was a huge turnoff for me.
Okay.
I get it.
I thought I would at least try because he sounds nice. And
He
he's
sounds nice.
charming.
And apparently there are some,
nice.
you know, it's funny. Anytime you accuse, have you ever like told somebody, you're just so angry? And then they're like, I'm not angry.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Calm
not.
down. You're being
No.
mad.
I'll show you
I'm
angry.
not angry. How dare you call me angry?
You can't recognize it. Yeah.
It's hard to see it in yourself. Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, not a match, but Janine, we really appreciate you being a fan and for taking the call, entertaining the conversation with us. And Vic, I'm sorry.
thanks for trying. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
honestly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I think you guys will both find your own people, though. You seem very,
sure.
very
No question.
kind.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think being a female golfer, I think it's kind of hard to find a foursome of women golfers, you know, to have like lots of men golf.
Oh, I know
Not-
many female golfers.
Yeah, but not as many.
Dang.
That's right. Well, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take it easy.